sponsored by Ham's Homemade Cookies. I said Holmes again. Ham's Homemade Cookies, Ball U Academy, all that good stuff. We are in the house. Uh, Without further ado, let's pass it to the crew. Mo, holla at the people, man.
Yes. Welcome to the show, beautiful people. As always, we are tonight's entertainment. Matter of fact, we are this weekend's entertainment. Three great shows planned for y'all tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday afternoon. Tonight, we're gonna dive into the matchups. It's gonna be a lab-centric show. Talk about some of the key matchups in this game, X factors in this game, and obviously we have to show some film from the Y'all 22 beautiful angle. And then tomorrow, live at 6:30 Eastern, kind of our marathon show. We're going live at 6:30, and we don't know what time we're gonna log out. We're gonna have trivia. We're gonna have a game show type of theme, including a Where's Waldo game where there's a specific player where you got to point out um, obviously different plays. So and then we got some other stuff planned for y'all tomorrow as well, including show some classic Super Bowl all 22 film from Brady, from Mahomes, maybe even some other stuff from Seattle and Denver, whatever. We really don't know what the second half of tomorrow night's marathon show is going to be. We're kind of leaving it for the people to decide what they want to see leading up to Super Sunday. And on Super Sunday, live at 2 p.m. Eastern, just after the big football game over across the pond, as they say, we got the Views and Views Super Bowl 55 edition live on the scene, YouTube, live on Twitch, live on Twitter, live on Facebook. Soon enough, you're going to just be able to go live on your TV. Just click Alexa, and that's it. But soon enough, be patient. We certainly appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us. Now that all the politics is out the way, let's get to the beef. Let's get to the meat. Let's get to the Lombardi. Vic Jr., how you feeling tonight?
Feeling good, bro. Studying as always. Interested is, to see these matchups, and especially, we studied the first game they had, week 12. So it's kind of what we're gonna talk about today. But excited for this matchup, man. Um,
Absolutely.
should be fun.
Before we get to that, real quick on some news. The injury report was released for both teams. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the only questionable players listed are Antonio Brown and Cam Brate. Antonio Brown, if you remember, didn't play in that conference championship game. He was limited in the second half of that divisional game, so he really hasn't been there for pretty much the entire postseason outside of that FC Washington game. But it's trending upwards. He's practiced fully without any limitations the last 2 days, so he should be good to go. And Cam Brate as well practiced, and I do believe he'll be good to play for the Chiefs. The good news is Daniel Kilgore and Demarcus Robinson are off the COVID-19 reserve list, which means that they will be able to travel with the team and they will be able to suit up so long as they continue to test negative. That's the news front. On the major news front, and not related to the Super Bowl, and we'll see how this develops, and we'll certainly keep monitoring it. The Philadelphia Eagles are apparently close to dealing Carson Wentz. We don't know where yet. There are obviously a couple of suitors, most notable, most people already bringing it up from about 6 weeks ago, the Indianapolis Colts. And Chris Ballard says he got no comment. All I could tell you is nothing is happening today. So whether they don't want, maybe they don't want to take away from the attention of the Super Bowl, maybe something is in agreement and they're just keeping it under lock. Who knows? But we will certainly keep an eye on this one and update you. Vic, anything you want to add before we jump into this matchup?
No, I mean, that would be an interesting pickup for the Colts. Um, I think that I think the Colts and the Dolphins should definitely be looking into this, along with many other teams. Anyway, I think Carson is one of the most intellectual quarterbacks available, along with Deshaun Watson. So I think any of those offenses would fit him very well. So it should be interesting. He'll go from a team that protected him the least in Philly to a team that will protect him a lot more
Absolutely.
in Indianapolis. So, yeah.
He's going to arguably the most consistent offensive line over the last couple of years in the NFL. And I have no reason to believe that'll change. Obviously, Anthony Costanzo retired, so that's a big hole that they will have to fill. But considering the top priority and attention and truly the hits that they've had drafting on the offensive line under Chris Ballard, I have no reason to doubt it'll just continue to happen. Matter of fact, I think if you notice, each GM sort of seems to have a niche position that they're always able to just find people at a top level. We talked about the Steelers with their defensive linemen, the Patriots with certain positions. I don't know which one exactly, but I guess there's whatever. I don't know. But I think you can start to talk about the Colts and Chris Ballard certainly being in that category as far as offensive linemen are concerned. Germ,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vic.
No, not only their first round pick that year of Quentin Nelson, but they hit on the third round pick. I forget the name, Germ. I don't know if you remember his name, but the right tackle, he's like 6'6". He played center,
Braden
he
Smith.
played guard. Braden
Braden
Smith.
Smith, yeah.
I had some questions about him coming out of the draft and what his value was gonna be, but he turned out to be a really good right tackle for them too. So
Right.
like you said, they hit.
Yep. And we'll talk about this as far as scouting season is concerned. We talk about this
Mhm.
every year. It's not when you get drafted, is 100% where you get drafted. So shout out to the Colts there. Germ, anything you want to add on the Carson Wentz front?
Told y'all,
Yeah.
Watson is going to be difficult. That's going to be a difficult move. There's actually a quarterback in place in Philly that you can argue they may feel they can take over. They may feel he can play in the NFL. So at least you know you have another quarterback, young, just like he was, and he is a national champion. We got to call it what it is. Jalen did win at the highest level at college. He did win everywhere else. So I mean, you can flip Wentz, get first round picks, things of that nature. Start the rebuild process. Now, next thing you know, you got three first round picks the next couple of years. Start rebuilding the foundation. Philly may be able to turn over the culture in 2-3 years, and you never know. You might have a Super Bowl champion or whatever, something like that.
You might. We'll see. Shout out to everybody in the comments and on the YouTube side. Jorge is in there. J Ham is in there. The First Lady Tanya is in there. We certainly appreciate everybody joining in, whether you watching us from Twitch, whether you watching us from Periscope, Facebook, or definitely the YouTube channel for the scene. Fellas, let's dive into it. We got some plays we want to show. We got some sequences we want to show. It's up to y'all. We want to set it up what we're going to talk about, or do we just want to dive into the plays, Vic?
I just think we dive into it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna throw up some of the drives that they had in the first. It's gonna be the Chiefs' offense against the Buccaneers' defense, kind of like what the Chiefs did to them in the first half, and then what how the Buccaneers were able to kind of counter it in the second half of that game. Real quick, we got 6 viewers on the Facebook app, and shout out to Josh Lamar Jackson. He is another one of the biggest KC fans we have in the group. So shout out to you for watching. But yeah, let's jump into that. I'm gonna share the screen here.
Yeah, go right ahead. So basically what you're gonna do here is set up a sequence of plays to highlight certain things as we turn our cameras off, to highlight certain things that the Buccaneers defense can match up against and take advantage and dare we say slow down the Kansas City Chiefs. Because as we are you sharing the screen?
Yeah, no, I had to switch it back to turn off my camera. Okay. My bad.
No, you good.
We can do it on top. So yeah, I mean, pretty much like we're gonna see a little bit of the changes here. This here is that deep ball to Tyreek, 75-yard touchdown. Pretty much, I mean, to me, what I felt like happened, and like we're gonna have just a simple conversation here, fellas. What I think happened was pretty much the Bucks kind of just wanted to kind of play their game. Their game involves a lot of single high, a lot of blitzing and things like that. Get this out real quick. So basically, I mean, here you're gonna have Tyreek in a tight split, right? So tight split. You got the number split. You got the out split. He's in the tight split here. You got Carlton Davis. Carlton gives him some, big cushion here. Let me get this thing out of the way. But Tyreek is gonna run a really nice, and that's one thing about Tyreek, man. Not only he's the fastest player in the league, but he's become an outstanding route runner. He's gonna give him a little fake to the out. Carlton will bite in a little bit. He actually adjusts very well to it. But I mean, again, that speed is just different. You see, Winfield is gonna get in the picture here. Single high, it's just not gonna be enough time, especially with Pat Mahomes' arm and stuff like that to get there. But pretty simple. I mean, single high against a guy with this amount of speed and how he's developed into a great route runner. It's not formula for success very much.
Yeah.
So again here, I mean this was outstanding. He gave him a fake out, kind of bites in just a little bit, just enough to give him that cushion that he needs to get it there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the back here. Go ahead, Mo.
Well, ironically, if you just run back one more time, because this is one of the
Okay.
plays I was going to show. So we'll just talk about it right now.
Mhm.
You took the point of the route running. A player like this, we want to talk about the impact of speed. A player like this, it takes the slightest slowing down of the opposition's momentum for him to just burn you, because you could sit there with the right angle, the right reads, the right reactions, the good hip flipping, hipping, but it's just not going to matter when
Yeah.
you got a guy who has developed a polished game. And that's what makes him so unique and
Right.
so extremely dangerous.
I mean, you got guys that are explosive, that are fast. You got Marquise Goodwin in San Fran. You have John Ross in Cincinnati.
Yes.
But I mean, this kid. I mean, of course, a quarterback makes a difference. It's not.
1,000%.
Let's not. The quarterback and the offense. Let's not escape from that. But how he's developed as a route runner is pretty impressive, especially from his rookie year, college years, and stuff like that. The Bucks do get pressure here, and this is gonna be, I mean, humongous in this game. But Pat finds the perfect lane so that he can set himself up. That's such an important thing to do. Okay, set your platform for a guy that doesn't, is inconsistent with his platform. He set up pretty nice for that throw.
Can you run that back one more time? I'm gonna say something here off dome. This improv.
This was actually real quick, Mo. Top
think?
10, and I think it was third longest pass of the year in terms of air yards. How much air he put in this ball?
Damn.
Go ahead.
I mean, we always talk about the Kansas City Warriors, the Golden State Chiefs, whatever you want to call them. Like, in a way, run that back one more time from the red zone angle.
Mm-hmm.
The pocket that is created around Mahomes, and some of it is created because the defensive line is trying to attack him a certain way. Some of it is created because the blocking scheme is designed to create it, and it's all centered around what he does well and what he does freakishly outstanding. And it's very similar to the way that Steph Curry expands your defense. Listen, the combination of these two players, Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, they are going to stretch your defense as wide and as vertical as they want to. Again, in ways that truly no other combination has done.
Right.
I mean, y'all covering everything. I'm just here for the ride.
Germ, not to cut you off, right? Y'all had that 94 Feet of Life had that video game thing a couple weeks ago, that video game show. You remember Blitz, the football game?
Yes.
You remember when the quarterback was on fire and he could just throw the ball 1,000 yards and it could be completed no matter what. And you got the dude with the horse or the cheetah. That's this crew right here.
So yeah, we'll go to the other touchdown in the first half. again, the Chiefs were able to score 17 points quickly in the first quarter. And that's not something you want to happen again. I believe, like I said, in the second half, or it's another play in the another sequence in the first half will show, and then some in the second half where Tampa Bay kind of made some adjustments to kind of keep this game. I mean, they only gave up 27 points, which is not bad for an explosive offense like this. Yeah. But again, here we got Tyreek. Here is going to be in the inside of the slot position here. Another very tight split for him. Yeah. The Bucks do show a cover 2, but the safety is going to be responsible for the running back coming out of the flat. That again leaves the safety single high. All right, but this time they have Tyreek run a deep over. And I mean, look how tight Carlton is. And this is where he is comfortable in. He has the strength, the long arms, obviously how physical he is of a corner, man to man. But I mean, Tyreek is just his quickness. Again, how good he's gotten and the little nuances of the game. Look at this. I mean, how beautiful is this real quick? We'll show that again real quick. Let me speed it up just a little bit. He's going to give him a little bit of a shake, right? A little bit of a dead leg to the left. Boom. And then he's going to go inside. But not only he goes inside, he kind of dips his shoulder. So now you got a guy that's very quick. All right. Got those little nuances to the game, right? He's small, but now he's making himself even smaller. And again, Carlton is a skilled corner, man. But it's just this speed right here. And you got the single high safety again between the hash marks. And Pat with the perfect touch to the outside for this touchdown. Let's see what an inside angle we could get of it. I wish, we would get Tyreek right here to see what happened, but maybe we'll see a little bit.
Vic, ironically, these are the 2 plays I wanted to show from this game.
Look at that. Look at that dip of the shoulder there. Yeah, I mean, they were big plays, and these are plays, again, Tampa Bay. What I think happened, they tried to execute what their defense does well. Unfortunately, that didn't work out to start the game, but we're going to see some of the adjustments they were able to make.
Right. Can you run that back one more time from the top?
Mm-hmm.
Like top, as in the all-22. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is the tricky part about when you put this guy in the slot and you just cut him across the field. It's not like, again, this is what the speed is very real in this situation. And as soon as that safety comes down, that's where the flaw in this game plan is, because that's it. It doesn't matter at that point. Everything you wanted to do doesn't matter because you're giving him all that wide space outside the numbers to just run across from. Run that back one more time. Point out the I think that's Mario Edwards, or is that Whitfield? No, that's Whitfield.
Here?
That's Antoine. He needs to be the one in the bracket coverage.
Yes.
Because we know what's coming. We know what they're going to run. Why wouldn't you do that? There's so much space. That's about 40, 50 yards of space that he can work with.
Well, here's the thing, Mo, is that we're going to see in some of the other plays. I don't know how many times the Chiefs did that this season in terms of this specific deep over from him.
Oh, plenty.
But okay. So whenever they lined him up in the slot again like that, he did a lot of short routes. So he didn't, he didn't get deep like that. But
I bet
maybe
you
that's something they
follow.
stats.
You will see. Yeah. You will see the success of those.
All right, Jeremy. So let's get to quarter 2. Some of the red zone. My fault. Some of the red zone that
Yes.
Because the Chiefs, they kind of middle of the pack in terms of red zone offense.
Surprisingly, right?
Yeah. So actually, both teams were 11 and 12 in terms of percentage. So the Bucks were at 64% and the Chiefs were at 61%. But real quick, quarter 2 towards the end here. So I mean, this specific sequence here was mostly predicated on just the pressure that the Bucks were able to create. And again, like I said, I think that's something they're gonna adjust to. They're gonna allow their front four to do as much of the work as possible when it comes to anything within the box. That goes with the run game, and that goes with putting pressure on Mahomes. Because even though he's great against the blitz, when you get him on the move and stuff like that, it's gonna be about what decisions he makes and stuff like that. But the pressure, and look how far he drops back. Plus the bracket coverage and the red zone was outstanding.
Right.
So we'll run that again.
From the all 22.
Yep.
I got you.
Because here you see you got the two safety that even in the red zone this time they were like, nah, we're gonna back these guys up a little bit. Kind of gives them some space. But you see here.
See, and that's the adjustment right there on the previous play. That was, that was not played that well. But now this one wasn't played all that great either, to be honest with you. But they with a sloppy from both sides of it.
Yeah, with Tyreek, he did a deep over again, right? A little bit shorter. But this time they had the safety look. The safety is going to be looking at him, like you said, across the field, right? Last time the safety went in, but then this underneath coverage right here, you're going to have a cornerback that's going to adjust to this real quick. You see he stops right here, number 23. And he's going to kind of stay underneath there.
Yeah, Sean Murphy Bunting.
Yep.
As Jay Ham calls him to do with the two last names.
Yep.
Or the three last names, or the three first, whatever he said. Nobody comes up with nicknames like Jay.
No, Jay and Ron.
Godfather one time.
Jay and Ronnie too. Ronnie's
hilarious. Big Shot don't waste no time. You call somebody a nickname one time, that's it. Big Shot's gonna run with it.
So see here, a lot of the games here, a lot of the stunts here that they ran, that's gonna be key for this game as well.
Absolutely, Vic. Repeat that point because there is a play that I am going to show about those stunts.
Yep. So you're gonna have Pierre Paul. He's gonna come over here, right behind the 5 tech right here. If I'm not mistaken, number 92 is gonna come around Shaq Barrett over here. Yep. So Shaq Barrett, you see, he's gonna crash in here, take on the tackle and the guard. Fisher has to do a better job just adjusting to that.
There'll be no Fisher in this game.
No Fisher in this game. Shout out to Kenny Trotter.
Remember, the right tackle for the Chiefs is Mike Remmers.
Not
That's
Mitchell
something
Schwartz.
we'll talk about later. What's that?
Not Mitchell Schwartz.
Yep.
Do you remember the last time Mike Remmers played in the Super Bowl?
Nope.
What's that?
We got some.
Nope.
I don't remember.
Anybody in the comments? Do you know? Not without Google. I'm gonna repeat. I don't know why I'm saying Google like that, but without Google. Who can quickly name the last time Mike Remmers played in the Super Bowl without Google?
All right, so again here they're gonna show that cover 2. They're gonna give them space even in the red zone, man. I mean, and this is how you have to defend this team. You gotta create pressure, and you gotta make Pat make a couple reads, within the pocket. So
shout out to Joshua Lamar Jackson. He named it. Von Miller was the MVP the last time Mike Remmers started as the right tackle.
Are you serious? Yo, stop.
Carolina Panthers.
Wow. Look at this stunt right here by Sue and JPP.
And JPP is just so long, man.
Yeah, I mean, and again, this is what we talk about with some of these quarterbacks and the difference between Brady. Brady would have stayed in this pocket. Pat is gonna get a little bit of antsy in the pocket. There was pressure, but there was pressure that he went to that side a little bit.
And this is where it's always hilarious to me when people say, "Oh, he can't get out the pocket," or "He can't scramble out the pocket." He doesn't need to. There's still so much pocket left.
Yeah.
And Mahomes makes Sue's job a lot easier on that play. That's actually bad pocketability. Run that back one more time from the red zone angle, Vic. That's actually bad pocketability from Patrick Mahomes because there is room to step up and maneuver. And as soon as he steps up, if he just steps up there, and Ndamukong Suh is eliminated from the play. Instead, he ends up making the impact on the play.
Right. So let's see what happens in the next play. 3rd and 10. I mean, they're basically in passing situations. I'm pretty sure you would want to get at least a run or two in this situation, but this is an obvious pass situation, so that helped the Bucks out a little bit. You got Tyreek in the slot here. You're gonna have somebody just basically watching him, and then there's just pressure. Pat had to get out again. This time they was really pressuring his face. So.
Yeah.
I mean, and they got the line for this. They got the defensive line for this, and you got a situation where the Chiefs might have some issues blocking for this game.
Communication is going to be huge for the Chiefs offensive line because Levante David and Devin White, they are going to tease you. Again, JPP, man, just using those long arms to help him create leverage.
And Sue too. I mean, Sue is not the same guy he was about 5 years ago, but
he's still playing. He's still very, very good.
So we'll get to. I keep pressing escape. We'll get to quarter 3. Sometimes this thing wants to act up. Let me use the touch screen.
MJ in the comments saying the cheetah is sick. Tampa just needs to score with them and hope they have the ball last. Tanya very much agrees. I mean, that's if we want to make this game as simple as possible, that's what it is. Like Tampa's gonna have to score. And Brady even said it in his press conference today. He's like, we're not gonna shut them out. They're gonna have to score.
Right. But if you could keep them at 27 again, you have a chance. This is a different. Remember, this was the game before the Tampa Bay bye week.
Yes.
You know what I mean? In which they were able to make a lot of adjustments, and it's a much different offense. So again, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
And if you remember back in the regular season, we talked often about how this game is one of the staple games for the KC's offense.
Yep. So again, here, Mo, you got cover 2. But you got both safeties kind of over where Tyreek is, right? You see, Tyreek is going to be here again in the tight split, but he runs he's going to run short. Tampa Bay was just ready for this run with their front 4. JPP, I think it was JPP that mostly sets the edge here. Let's take a look from the all 22. You got JPP again. He's going to be right here at the right end. That's mostly where he lines up. And he's just going to set the edge against Fisher here. You know, and a lot of these offenses, they don't run the ball from under center, and that helps defenses out. Make the running back have to change direction. So not only JPP was good here, but 92, is that Golston?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Guard oversteps there in that situation, but again.
I said, "Yep."
All right, so then the next play, they're gonna get a gain here.
Which is also a start for those at home.
No, I'm sorry. Mo. Kansas City's gonna get an 8-yard gain here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So, again, another cover 2 and stuff like that. You got Tyreek in the slot. They're gonna make sure that he has some bracket coverage. Mahomes is then gonna have to settle for a running back flat here. So, but again, look at the coverage here. You got 2 guys, basically. You got the safety over the top. You got the guy underneath.
Can we run that again when you get a chance?
Yep.
Tyreek is in the inside slot or the outside slot?
No, he's in. Outside slot this time.
Okay. That's another thing. Can you pause that?
Mm.
That's another thing. Why they line up the dude that looks just like him in uniform right next to him?
Yeah.
That's trickery. Okay, that's trickeration. Andy Reid, that's cheating.
Now I'm pretty sure the defense sees it.
Yeah, right. Probably identify every
Look
article of
how
clothing.
right. Look at this. Look, he got a little triangle actually surrounding him. So again, these are just small adjustments you gotta make, and
Agreed.
just let them beat you underneath. Let them beat you
Agreed.
with the run, which they're not the greatest in the run game, and just let them beat you
Man,
underneath.
Vic, the lab is so beautiful because you and I haven't talked all week. I'm serious. I got nothing. I'm gonna have not much to add because you've taken my points.
Right.
The biggest thing this week, keep everything in front of you. If you're Tampa Bay's defense, keep everything in front of you and force Mahomes to be patient because the scouting report, just like most of these young quarterbacks, to be honest. Now, obviously, Mahomes, the margin of error versus Mahomes is almost non-existent because
Right.
he's going to be able to make the throws. But your best bet is to just same way with Stephen Curry. Your best bet is to hit his forearm after every release. Your best bet is to make Mahomes just throw it in a tight window from the pocket over and over and
Yes.
over and over and over, and you have
Yes.
to make him be patient. This is excellent. This is why we tell you we met like the three of us. This is what year 4, year 5,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We've had maybe 3 arguments in 5 years. I'm serious. The couple of times we've argued is because we were watching other parts of the play, but actual arguments maybe 3 times because the lab is just consistent. We don't
So
agree
look
with
at
each other just to agree with each other. The lab
yeah.
is consistent. Same with
No,
94 feet of life. Go
right.
ahead. I'm
It's
sorry.
raw. This is raw. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's raw. So look, real quick here. I mean, again, and this is why I can't blame, some of the Chiefs fans. Kenneth, shout out to him if I don't know if he's watching. But this is the inconsistencies that they don't want to see from your left tackle. He's not going to be available in this game. But I mean, look how JPP was just able to throw him out. And the Tampa Bay front four is going to be motivated.
Agreed.
I mean, it's not gonna. It's gonna be tough. So here, let's take a look at this next play. And Ndamukong Suh here is basically going to just take over this play as well. Again, this is a 3rd and 2. They're going to decide to kind of hand it off here. Again, not a strength of the Chiefs, but that's what they decide for this play. And let's see what the Tampa Bay was able to do to end this drive. Again, this one of the 3 and outs kind of gave the Bucs a chance to get back in this game a little bit. So basically, he's just going to take the guard. He's going to take the guard and just collapse the pocket, collapse. And it was just a perfect timing because of where the run play was going. So we'll take a look here from the inside. The Chiefs get flagged for a holding here. So they decided to punt anyway. Just boom, he was able to extend his arms.
Look at that.
Collapse the guard right into the running back's lap.
That's so pretty. Can you run that one more time, please? That's so pretty.
So again, the idea for the offensive line to be successful is for them to beat the defensive line on the snap and not let the defensive line extend their arms.
Say that one more time, please. Say that from being serious.
They're gonna try to beat the defensive line on the snap and not to let the defensive linemen extend their arms. They'll probably jab them, flash them, meaning they'll show them a hand and then swipe their arms down. But here, he was just not able to pretty much do anything. Suh was able to get his arms extended and basically bench press him into the backfield.
Go one more time, Vic. Oh, and I got a fill in the blank question for you, Vic.
Right.
Kill the blank, kill the feet. Wait, what? Yeah, kill the blank, kill the feet.
Kill the chest?
Kill the hands.
Ooh, kill the hands.
That's what they want. That's what you want for the offensive lineman. Whoever kills the hands first wins. And if the defensive lineman, if he gets his hands on the inside of the offensive lineman, that's it.
Yeah. Look at how
a player like Suh.
Yeah, you notice how he's gonna open up his arms. He's gonna kind of give him that hug technique,
Yeah.
right? So the hug technique is where you open your arms and it's kind of like a hold. Watch his arms,
Yup.
basically covering his last name for for the most part. So here, Sue is able to keep leverage. Look how low he stays in, keeps his butt low, knees bent, right, and they're able to basically bench press the
What's
guy. I
that?
don't know.
What's that exercise machine, Vic? Uh you're standing up while you're doing it,
Hmm.
and you just kind of push up. There is two separate things.
Ah, yes, I know what you're talking about. That you put the plates on the side of it, and you have the
Yeah.
handlebar. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. No, that we use that. We use that to give
Yeah.
to. We actually
All
use it.
football players use that.
No, every strength and conditioning gym, when it comes to a football team, you're gonna see that. You're gonna see that in there.
What is it called?
I forget, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I haven't.
Brownie points. Whoever can get us the name of that
Yeah,
thing.
can I get? Yeah, yeah. Whoever's been in the gym, I haven't been in the gym in the last couple of years for several reasons. So
Yeah, I hear
I
you.
used to, I was in there training my clients and the kids at Central Connecticut.
Right. We'll blame
Uh,
COVID.
all right, so Q4 1244, real quick. I think, yeah, I think this was just gonna be a sequence, guys. I don't know if you know, you guys want to say anything here, but again, this was the Chiefs already had the 27 points that they ended up with this game. But I think what's key to this drive is that even though they didn't score in this drive, it was a much longer drive, right? It was a methodical drive. They kind of just cut up the defense, and what it did was just kept the Tampa Bay offense on the on the sidelines, pretty much. It wasn't a short drive. It ended up being long, and just the Tampa Bay couldn't score enough points to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to come back like they kind of were, because it was 27-10, and they ended up scoring twice. But this drive was long enough in the fourth quarter where you know it just took time off the clock, which is very important, especially when you
Yeah,
have a lead.
absolutely.
So anything else, Jaron? Want to jump in? Comments? What's popping? I got 6 viewers still over here on Facebook. Shout out to Tanya because she says she's covering uh both platforms.
Oh, shout out to you, Tanya.
Yeah, Tanya says so. I'm on 2 platforms. Uh, First lady reporting for duty. Appreciate you so much.
Is it on the Facebook?
Yeah, it's more to the top, middle maybe ish.
Oh, I'm not seeing all the comments on the Facebook for whatever reason. Let me exit out the Facebook.
No, I think you gotta click on the video itself, bro, for it to pop up.
See, esto que sí, papi. Oh, there they are. The guy on the right side, something.
Yeah, what is she talking about? What are you saying you fat for?
You talking
You're
about the
pleasant.
exercise?
Oh, well, Tanya, I like for the ladies to use the word pleasantly plump, please.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Do not
All
call
right.
yourself fat, please. No, sir. That's what I used to tell my clients. You're pleasantly plump. We're gonna
We
work on
heard
it.
you the first time. I promise.
Okay. What is YouTube gonna censor me? What's
No,
going
no,
on here?
it's just the way you saying it, dog.
Okay, okay. Trav said we got the front to stop the run. We just got to hold up in the secondary. Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
this defense got the tools, bro. Believe me. They don't have that pressure of the 2007 Giants. Shout out to Mo. He knows who those people are. The 2011 Giants. The 2014 Broncos.
13,
They don't have that kind of pressure,
14, 15.
but they can create pressure with their front four, as we showed with the stunts, the games, and just sheer power.
Yeah.
Sheer power from JPP and Sue. And then if Barrett has one of those games he had last year, I mean, look out.
I wonder if 94 Feet of Life is following the Kevin Durant news. That is weird. Sorry,
boy.
I'm just a little side note.
Jeremy, I don't jump in. Anything to say?
Man, y'all covering everything for the most part. I'm sitting here just like, okay, well, when I get a chance to, and I see something to talk about here, I'll speak. Um,
Yeah.
for the most part, I mean, like I said, man, this is the death by 1,000 cuts versus we can score one play and cause a whole lot of trouble, whole lot of problems.
Joshua Jackson, can you clarify that comment? He says so. The Chiefs' design are first in rating with passes at the sticks. The Bucks are first at those type of plays. Does that
Where was
help?
that?
This is on YouTube. So, are you saying the Bucks defense is the best at defending plays at the sticks? And when you saying does that help? Does that help KC's offense? Are you asking for KC? I'm assuming. And number three, where exactly is that analytical stat kept? I would be intrigued to see that before I can give you an answer. Defensive, interesting. Uh, I mean, I would have to look at where the source is and how they're interpreting their numbers, Joshua. But when it comes to numbers, we got to remember numbers are always going to be misleading, and numbers are never going to tell you the story. For example, I know for one thing, I know the fact that the Tampa Bay's front seven, the way they're able to generate pressure in multiple ways, has led to some situations where the Bucks corners can just react on instinct and instinct alone, and that allows them to play faster. So that helps. But again, I'd have to see
Well,
because
the stat that I know from Next Gen is the air yards to the sticks, where they kind of measure they're kind of measuring, if the quarterback is passing to get the first down to the sticks, or if they pass short so that the receivers do the rest of the work to try to get the first down.
right.
Tom Brady is actually second in the league in that, where he's passing past the sticks to get a first down. And the Chiefs are like bottom, in which Pat is. I think he's passing within 5 yards so that they can try to get the rest. The receivers can get the first down. So that could be drags, slants, stop routes, things like that.
Understood. Excellent points. I mean, again, for the Buck, I know we're showing you a lot of this is going to be centered around the speed of the Chiefs' offense and Mahomes' ability to expand the field. Might show something on Travis Kelce if we get the time and his impact on third down throughout the season. But the reason we're showing you most of these things is because really this is going to be probably the most important aspect of the game is how the Bucks front seven performs. We've shown you plenty of Brady and the Bucks film these past few weeks. We don't want to keep reiterating. We don't want to just keep showing Brady and the Bucks plays.
See, and this was again this drive was one of those drives where they kept things short, but they were able to run the ball more. So here, the Chiefs just do a much better job blocking here to get at least I think this was a 6-yard gain.
Right.
But again, that was key. They were already winning the game, so they have the ability to extend the clock. They have the ability to throw short passes. And again, this is one of those bend but don't break situations. If this was close in the game, right? If the score was closer, then it's one of those situations where the Bucks could have had a chance to win. But
Yeah.
they needed to keep this clock moving, and they did a good job doing that.
Look at how fast that dude is, yo.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Trav. Let me pick that up real quick. Yeah,
What's
see,
Trav
this
talking
was
about?
I think it was early in the third quarter.
Can you read the comment?
Oh, I'm sorry. It says, show that play where that number 17 was wide open, but he dropped the ball. What the hell was Tampa Bay defense doing? Well, you're going to see that somebody fell asleep at the wheel, and they kind of left another one of those cover three I mean, cover one schemes where again that you have to adjust. You have to adjust, but you have to adjust quickly. All right. So it wasn't this drive. It was this drive. Uh,
You passed it.
was it? No, so it must have
It's not
been.
that one. It's that one, that first play.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Let's check out this drive real quick.
Again, that motion should automatically tell you, okay, let's back up a little bit. But because you have to respect that speed. You have to be patient. If they're
Yeah.
gonna run 4-yard spot routes all day, give it to them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what happened. There must have been a miscommunication here. But you got Sean Murphy Bunting and Devin White in a
That's not
zone
Sean Murphy
coverage.
Bunting.
23.
It's 43. That's Russ Cockrell.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Okay. My fault. So Bunting was up here with Tyreek, but you see how they look. Now you got Winfield basically in line with where he is. You know what I'm saying? They were not going to let him beat him, but I don't know. This some sort of miscommunication happened here, guys.
It was the corner. Also, Pat put the ball in front of him. He's still
For
running.
the football. Yeah, with Tyreek going in motion, it must have confused as to what his responsibility was. But I mean, he
He
just
didn't
left
even
him.
touch him. Carlton recognized it immediately and tries to try to get over there.
Yep. Let's check it out from the back. Well, and then he got mad. Pat does throw it behind him, but you gotta catch these footballs sometimes. It was a bad throw though. He's got that little sidearm release, bro. He's got so much of an Aaron Rodgers feel to me, man. I really hate to say that. Obviously, there's a lot more talent there in terms of their physical traits, but yeah, so that was that play. There was an incompletion after this run. There was also an incompletion to Sammy Watkins for them to end up punting the ball. So, I mean, see, this is what kind of the things that Winfield brings to the game. You got baby Winfield right here. He's going to recognize the play quickly, and he's just going to attack downfield. This was a 5-yard gain, though. They were, able to get 5 yards.
Another key thing to talk about: communication. Both sides, the front seven, they're gonna have to communicate every time they see players in motion. There's gonna be a lot of salad dressing. Now we don't like salad dressing. I don't eat a salad if they got fries, fried chicken, and
You don't like salads now?
they it can't be a healthy salad. I'm not gonna sit down and eat meat. I'm not a rabbit, Vic.
Wow.
I'm sorry, bad
It's
boy.
not the first time I've heard that, but
I mean, I eat vegetables. I'm just not gonna eat a salad.
Mo, look at the coverage here that they put on Tyreek, bro.
Yeah.
He goes again. See, Carlton, he's gonna get in his face again. He did play bad after this game for the rest of the season in terms of what his confidence looked like, but he's still gonna try to stick with his game. I mean, he has no choice. But look at both safeties here. Both safeties are literally right here. And it probably because you got a situation where both Kelsey and Tyreek is here. But see here, they're trying to prevent for that deep over. And then they'll still have an angle if they have to take off up towards the sideline.
Yeah. Tanya said that was a touchdown, so that was definitely a bad throw on that play a couple weeks ago.
Yep, in this
Couple
drive.
plays ago, yep. See, Tanya laughing
Let's
at my
see.
salad comment. She knows what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Vic. I'm sorry.
Nah, Pat didn't even bother to look on the right. He, once he sees that backer coverage, he's gonna try to go for the 1-on-1. But again, pressure made him throw his ball a little bit off.
Yep.
So I mean, the Bucks got a chance to do some good things against this offense.
Right.
Again, it's just gonna be execution.
Yeah. No, I agree. And again, I think that the important thing to take away from this particular play, they're only rushing 4 guys.
Yep. They ended up doing that a lot towards the end of this game.
And
Yeah, Fisher was getting beat a lot, man.
yeah, I don't know how the dude who's replacing him is gonna fare.
Josh, don't get nervous, Josh.
Oh no, Josh. Get
See.
nervous.
All right, any questions in the comments? Trav, something else you want me to check out? Anything else y'all want to throw in here?
Yeah, I got a couple stamps I want to show.
Oh, okay. So want me to unshare here?
I mean, if you don't mind, don't be like Robin
you
Hood
could have
and
told
just-
me a little bit earlier, bro. We was just
I
freelancing
did.
here towards the end for the last 15 minutes.
No, because I told you, I said just run through the sequences and whatever you come up with, and
My bad.
I'll just show the couple plays that I wanted to show. I'll show these first. I know I did start screen sharing first, just because I had something else up on the screen.
That's the most arguing you're gonna hear us make right now.
What's that? Yeah, seriously. So some things I wanted to highlight as far as just to stick on Tyreek Hill real quick, and the impact of his speed. Is this it? Nope. I'm wondering what the heck I'm looking at. This is Devin White. Don't talk about my handwriting. Okay. So you showed the Tampa Bay one. I'm going to show this Denver one. We talked about his ability in the passing game. It's not even his ability in the passing game. It's his ability, period, to just make an impact. Just give him the football, and he will make an impact for you. Shout out to Corey Stover, by the way. It's my fault I haven't opened this one up yet.
Where he at?
I don't know where he's at, but he's the one who told me about this software. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I haven't seen him on a live with us. It's all right. It's all right.
We'll get kind of,
One day the Cowboys will be something again, and maybe he'll show up.
There's Tyreek Hill right there. See, they're going to put McCall Hardman in motion. And this is something they do often. And they're just going to give him the ball. I mean, the speed is just so fun.
Bro, but you got to slow that. Are you having it on slow?
I just wanted to show it fast real quick.
Because he was at the 40-yard line and then showed up at the other 40-yard line.
I mean, but it's kind of what happened, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
Look at that. I mean, these people, there's absolutely, he started all the way over here. And there was nobody. He's just got this wide little canally, whatever you want to call it, to flow through.
I mean, bro, sometimes when he even comes in motion, when they do some of those jet sweeps to give him a throw to the flat or something like that, I mean, the way he flies by the screen.
Look at this.
When you're watching from the end zone is hilarious. Like, the timing has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because sometimes he probably don't even know how fast he's going for everybody else.
I mean, he's got to be the fastest human being to ever play football.
Yes. Dante Hall.
And he's short. I think nobody's catching up to him, bro.
And again, I mean, his route running, his route running is incredible, because if not, you'd probably see him do more punt returns and more kick returns. They would probably give him more responsibility if he wasn't so important for how this offense executes its plays and stuff like that.
Right. Excuse me.
You cannot afford an injury. Go ahead, my bad.
I know you good. Absolutely not. See, again, he's always going to be moving around. They're always going to want to see how the defense reacts to moving him around. Same thing though. They're just gonna give it to him in the backfield and tell him to make a play. Now the Chiefs do an excellent job of blocking here. You see, you got this guy engaged.
Mm-hmm.
You got engagement here. You got these guys causing a little more traffic here.
A bunch of seal blocks here.
It's like Sonic, man. Like he's just gonna get through him. You
Bro,
give him
go
a
back
little
real
ring of
quick.
space. He's just gonna give it. He's just gonna get through it.
Go back a little bit. I'm gonna point something out right here. What? Look at 55.
Yeah,
He actually gets an angle where he beats both what looks to be the tackle and the guard.
right.
But look how fast Tyreek is gonna cover that ground.
Yep.
And like they're gonna get in his way. You know, they're able to get in his way because other linebackers would have probably been able to meet there at the 30.
Yep.
But he's so fast that they end up somehow recovering. So he has to change his angle up the field now. That's it. Get a little bit of touch on him. Somebody slower, they would have been able to get. He would probably been able to get that stop.
100%. Somebody slower. They might have. This might have been a 4-yard gain.
He diagnosed it right there.
Like number 90, he's not even close. But yeah, you're right. Jerome Baker does an absolutely tremendous job.
That's actually perfect right there. That's perfect.
Even
Like look at the way
underneath it.
look at his head.
Yo,
Look at his head right there. This is what you want from your linebacker. Look at the way he maneuvers through traffic.
Hey, look at it. They're both over.
But look at that. He hugs the corner, tight corners.
But you see something else too. He becomes just like a running back.
Mm-hmm.
See how tight he was there.
Hey,
what are you trying to say, Jerm?
A wise man once said, "You put water in a teacup, it becomes a teacup. Put water in a pot, it becomes the pot. Be formless like water."
He made a hole of something that wasn't even like barely there.
Correct.
If both teams,
this is called creative. This is called being a creative runner. 90 has to bust his butt down there a little bit harder to set the edge. But look at how he gets skinny through there, right there in that situation.
Like a great sports car.
This right here, stop it right there. You can't do that.
Solid.
You can't do that. You can't do that. That's not illegal. That's not illegal in all 50 states. It's banned in all 50 states. If you're going to get a player who's going to be that small and that fast, that's going to maneuver through something that fast, that is the reason why we got this big game. 49 doesn't even expect him to try that.
Like the fact for him to be able to go that fast and still turn the corner without breaking speed, without breaking motion, without slowing his momentum down in any way. And look at this, yo.
Bro, if you see like he has his own YouTube show. I don't know if you know that.
Bro, he scores on this play.
He works a lot. He works a lot on his lateral agility. They work a lot with the strength on the side of his hips. The ceteris band, I think it's called. I forget the name, but this muscle comes from the outside of your hip and it rotates through your thigh over to the inside knee. So that muscle there, like you work on that muscle with a lot of lateral drills, a lot of lateral exercises to get that strength. Because you see how his foot was down there, his body was basically contorted. That would have been nice to see that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get so you work on that muscle there and he's able to explode laterally, not only straight line speed, but his lateral quickness is just crazy.
Oh. You talk about straight line speed.
He goes straight here.
He just does this. I don't know what it's called. I call it an S route, to be honest with you, just because it looks like an S. I mean, not like a normal person's S, like a my S.
Yeah, you gotta slow it down.
See, That's
Yeah.
kind
So
of
what is it? He's basically gonna get an inside release, and he's gonna fake the corner route,
right.
but it's really a post.
Yep. You laughing at my
So
ass, germ?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Again, you see the safety? He's already beat. He is beat
you
right
gotta
here.
turn him.
That's Eric Rowe. His
He's
hips and he
he
didn't flip
gotta
his
go.
hips. And
Yep.
but see, Eric Rowe, here's the problem in this situation. Eric Rowe, we have to turn our hips a lot fast. But that may not be Eric Rowe right there. That may be somebody else.
Yeah, I don't think
But
that's Eric.
regardless of the fact, because I think the other one is Eric Rowe's like a 20 number. But if you can't flip your hips right here, you got to be able to turn your hips quickly. But this is why making sure that you pick the right type of players in your secondary are so important.
Bro, run that back again. See, because it's again, we gotta show this to the people, bro. Look how beautiful that route was.
We give it back to you, the people.
Look at so he's gonna get an inside release. First of
Thank you,
all,
Dane.
you can't get hands on him because of the quickness. He's gonna get an inside release here, and watch him. He's gonna kind of veer to the right.
Hey,
Sorry,
so
You
Vic.
Vic,
gotta slow that
I'm
down.
sorry,
Vic,
Vic. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Vic. I'm sorry, Vic. Go ahead again. Go ahead again.
can I
What happened?
let me say this real quick. Keep
Go
running
ahead.
it. Now, y'all remember a play that we were talking about last week when we were talking about with Tom Brady, right? With Mike Evans. This is exactly the way Mike Evans should have ran that route. That little veer that he did right there, and then to be able to look at the way he
Yeah.
gets on top of the underneath guy and just accelerates and gives
Right.
Pat a
So
great place to put the ball. That's a receiver making a quarterback friendly angle for the ball to be thrown.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to
right.
make sure
So
I'm gonna show it right. Stop it right there. Right there. What do you see how he's pressing that outside on there
Yep.
right there?
And then
By
boom.
pressing that outside, the defender has to do what? Flatten out. The
Yep.
inside guy does what? He comes inside with him. So by him coming inside with him and flattening out this guy, he knows he's going to that post.
mhm.
So now he's basically ran one guy completely out of the play, and the other guy he's going to accelerate and beat and give the quarterback a nice, solid place for him to put the football.
And he places it beautifully. Shout out to the quarterback real quick. Again, this is the ability of Mahomes to just and Hill to just expand the football field. There's
Go
nothing
back over
that's
here.
out of their range. What's that?
Go back. Yeah. Go back from the for this end zone view here.
Like there's no such thing as out of their range. They got the ball, they in range. It's that simple.
Yeah. You got Tyreek. Tyreek is gonna show up here in the screen from that inside release that he gets. That's another thing you got to try your best to slow down their timing.
Right, and he gets his free release.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Look
this
at
is
him.
what Jerm
Watch
was
it.
talking about. He presses that outside.
He's gonna lean outside. Yep. Look at
Yep.
that.
And he kind of gets out of your picture a little bit, but you could see that safety the entire time is trying to
Look
figure out
at
a
the
way.
angle. Look at the angle.
And
Look at
then
the angle he ends up. That's a perfect angle.
and the perfect throw. Because without the throw, we wouldn't be able to highlight the angle, the angle of the route. And again, it's just anything you want to add to this play, fellas?
No, you got it.
And
That's what I wanted to point out is basically his route running again.
And again, it's just like the key point. The key point. There is nothing out of their range. There's no such thing as, and this is just hypothetically, though this has nothing to do with the play I'm about to show. But like if if you broke it down by region, you're like, okay, this is where they like to go the most. This may be like there's certain teams where you say, well, we're not gonna have to worry about this part. Certain teams, certain quarterbacks, you say, oh, well, we don't have to worry about this part. Not with this team, not with this quarterback, not with these players. There is no time where you say, oh, well, we don't have to worry about covering that deep, that wide, that spread out. No situation, unless you are fully aware of their tendencies and what they want to do in certain situations. This right here, I don't know how many yards, Vic. You're gonna have to pull it up on Next Gen Stats.
Mm.
I don't know how many yards he ran on this play, but this is truly why this player is so extremely, extremely dangerous.
Oh, that's just terrible. What was this guy doing? Was that? Oh, that was Josh Norman. Jeez.
Yeah, that's Josh Norman. I mean,
Yeah, I mean his
how he
quickness.
didn't score here is actually remarkable, but he probably just ran out of gas. Because you got to remember, cheetahs, while they are fast, their stamina isn't the best.
No, their body temperature heats up quickly.
Thank you, Victor.
Their body temperature heats up real quick, so they gotta stop.
National Geographic Views Lab Show with Vic Jr. and Mo
Oh
Shepard
yeah,
coming up
oh,
next month.
me and my son watch a lot of these videos before he go to
Hey.
bed. So
And it takes up to 30 minutes for their bodies to actually relax and cool for them to be able to eat correct.
Oh,
ooh, German's been watching too.
oh,
Yeah.
look at
That's actually my
Germ.
favorite. That's actually my favorite animal, by the way.
No, bro, if you watch that, I don't know if you saw the video where they break down every aspect of the cheetah. It was like a film study.
It's dope. No, it's definitely dope.
Yo,
Like
what?
nature is definitely dope. Like
Absolutely.
you gotta really be able to but the cheetah was definitely my favorite animal. So just know, like I know all the facts about the cheetah.
What
I know
about
all
that
about the
claw?
cheetah.
What about that claw that's underneath their not the front, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like if it's at the heel of
Mm-hmm.
their hand, like so there's like a claw that when they swipe at the animal's legs, it supposedly like knocks them, the
Yeah.
momentum.
Yep.
The creation of that cheetah of the cheetah is crazy.
It just and it happens to be the smallest cat of all of them too. This was
Of the jungle cats. Yep.
yes, smallest of the jungle cats. It's crazy. I was actually and look. I know it's off topic here now, but now we in National Geographic. Check out on Netflix them most dangerous animals.
Oh, yo, I love that program.
Hey, I was
Bruh.
definitely watching that at like 4 in the morning one day.
Man, you remember? What was it? What was it? Those ants?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah. I'm cool.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Yo.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm good. I'll stick to the house ants. Them, I don't know what they are.
Mm-mm.
There's actually a few types of those dangerous ones that they gang up on you and all kinds of. I don't know, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy
man, it's
out there.
scary. It's scary. It's flat out scary. Um, so let's flip to the other side of the speed and talk about Devin White and his abilities and what he does well, and how I'm not gonna show too much. I don't want to show too much because we're already past the hour, and we've shown some things on him already. But this is from the divisional round game against New Orleans, where he arguably had. I mean, it was one of the best games I've seen from a tight end and from a linebacker in a long time. Oh, that's
Look at that. They in the comments. Tanya says she watched that too. See?
See, I'm more scared of ants.
Laugh
Okay, wait a
people.
minute. Before we move on, Trav, I am not scared of ants. Okay. However, since we're being openly honest, what I am afraid of are those little hopping MFing toads or frogs or whatever reptilian they are. I cannot listen. I see a frog, I'm leaping out of there. Okay, I'm gone.
The
I'm
little
good.
leaping lemur that likes to bounce and play. I'm sorry, that's a boomer food thing, man. I'm
Boom.
sorry.
You good, bro? This right here is as fast as he is. The thing that makes him stand out as well is his ability to diagnose and react and finish. Read, react, finish. Right, Vic? His ability to do that, his ability to fight through traffic, and the sure ability of tackling is tremendous. He was all over, and I do mean all over Alvin Kamara in this game. And there was this one play, they showed it on NFL Mic'd Up, where he actually told Kamara, Kamara tried something on him, and Devin said to him, "I'm not them. I'm not them. Like, don't try that on me. That's not gonna work around here." And
Mhm.
it was absolutely a crucial thing how well he played. Again, here he is again. Ability to just we talk about angles with Tyreek Hill. This is AI, not artificial intelligence, angle intelligence. He takes a tremendous ankle. There he is right there. You see Kamara is gonna come through here. He is just gonna come fight through here and go boom and meet him. See, look at that. He keeps it, he just goes right at him. And then another thing to look at, the closing speed. He closes with confidence, and he tackles him. And he did go to LSU. So if Tyreek is a cheetah, this man is a tiger. He is a
See, more.
predator
Yeah,
in
one thing
pursuit.
that is also something that is not, obviously the average person won't know, but not only strength and conditioning coaches work on the acceleration of the players, but also deceleration. So, how are you able to decelerate your body in situations where you got to slow down all that speed that you have to be able to make a tackle like this?
Yeah. Do we want to show anything else? I got so many plays I wanted to show on, dude. What is this? Q3 658 14. Jeremy, anything you want to add?
I mean, the Holy Trinity: Vita Vey, Devin White, Levante David. That's the key to the Bucks defense.
Yeah.
If you can keep them out of the game, you're gonna have a chance. But if Devin White is in the middle of a lot of plays, that means that there's a lot of things going wrong. And that's not to say it's a bad thing, but it just says that if 45 is a big part of it, you got some problems.
Yeah. Again, here's another play here. Again, play reaction. He recognizes the counter, the reaction time, the pursuit, and above all, he tackles. Now, with most players, when you give them an assignment, you are assigning him to a player. With Devin White, you assign him to the ball. The mission is the ball with this player because that's all he's concerned about is the ball. Where's the ball? I'm gonna go get it. And when you have that type of player, you are going to get an opportunistic defense, particularly with a good pass rush and a safety over the top who has the same mentality you do. And all these things are going to be critical because against Kansas City, against this type of speed, you want to pursue as a collective unit. It is not an individual versus an individual, not against this team, not against this offense. You got to pursue together, one band, one sound. That is how the Buccaneers defense has to be across the board. Now, again, we've talked about his speed, his ability to tackle, his pursuit, his understanding of angles, his play reaction. There is nothing this player cannot do. And when you have a player, there he is right here, as Drew Brees is dropping back and trying to catch Kamara running up the seam there. When you have a player that has all these tools and all these physical abilities and all this fast mental processing, you get plays like this late in the fourth quarter of a pivotal playoff game on the road at that. I mean, this sealed the game. It just sealed the game. And listen, in case you wondering, he can do a little something against Mr. Where is it? 43, 9,
Yeah,
18.
Josh said, "Can y'all answer a hypothetical
Yeah, I
or
saw that.
those
I'm gonna
the
get to
lab
that to
not
the
to?"
end.
Okay, not he said he has to leave though to put the kids to sleep. So
Oh man, all right, we'll answer it, Josh. We'll answer it. Where is the question?
he
If both
said,
teams play perfect, which scheme do y'all think would succeed? Our offense or their defense? First of all, your offense or our
mm,
defense, sir. You made me read that as a setup. Joshua, and I don't like that. But if both teams play perfect, I'm sorry. This is just the reality. It favors Kansas City because they got the better quarter. They got the quarterback, not because of they got the better quarterback, because they got the quarterback. Because there is no defense to a perfect offense.
Right.
There's no defense to a perfect throw. This right
Great
here.
answer.
This right here is Tiger. What is this? This is the wrong play. Where is the Chiefs game? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Okay. So nobody says. Okay.
Why is it always playing with you more than mine, though?
I don't know, but I don't like it. And this ain't even the play. See, this is that BS. Week 12, first down, ball on the 43, 9-18.
Yeah, 45 got to be big in this game again. I'm pretty sure he will. I'm pretty sure you're going to see a lot of bracket coverage with him as well. They did it against the Packers game where he went out into some zone coverages out to the outside of the numbers. Because the Chiefs will throw some short passes as well. And, we're going to see how they defend that.
There it is right here, Vic. Short pass. Cheetah tries to get away. Tiger says, no, I got you.
Ooh, let's see what happens here. Then.
Ooh, Vic getting a little excited there. Easy, Vic. Again, a quick little spot route, a nice route, get the drive going, get some cheap yards. But Devin White is as sure as a tackler as they come. The young Tiger sees the cheetah scattering across the grass.
Oh, yeah. Tyreek heard him coming.
He sees his prey. He pounces. He kills.
Ooh, Pat, be careful he doesn't jump this route next time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a linebacker in progress. And that's a scary thought.
Indeed it is, my brother. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Just show one more time, and then I think we're gonna call it a night. It's really, we got tomorrow and we got Sunday to play with to show more stamps. We just wanted to get the bulk of it out the way. Cameras on, fellas, if you don't mind, so we can close this out. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, we see that Trav saying that play was too unfair. Trav, again, 45 is just special. He's asking, is he the best player that we've ever scouted since we started views? I don't know. Is he the best linebacker? Sorry. He very well might be. Fellas, anything you want to add to that? You want to answer that question?
I mean, we've been labbing Luke Kuechly. We've been labbing Sean Lee.
Scouted. Key point. Scouted.
Scouted from college?
Yeah. Is he since we started views?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I didn't think it was gonna be this good. So
he was the best I ever scouted. So I don't.
I mean, you got to remember,
he's the only linebacker, to be honest with you, that I was okay with being picked in the top 5. Roquan was explosive to the ball, but Roquan's ceiling is not where this dude's ceiling is. From a speed standpoint, from an overall, just we got to remember he was the LSU defense the last year he was there. He's the best I ever scouted. Roquan would be second, but it's a gap.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sense. I mean,
it's only so many that was really like Reuben was probably the most complete, like NFL ready day one. It was Reuben Foster, right?
Yeah. Oh, Reuben Foster, wow.
But
too bad.
Devin is different because of the speed factor. And then it's like the intelligence was always there, but then you add the intelligence with the athletic ability, and then he shored up the tackling. So now it's like, what can he not do? You're gonna get beat in the NFL, bro. It's just gonna happen. But you're in a division with Alvin Kamara, and Alvin Kamara has bad games against you constantly. It's something you're doing right. And I watched the interview with him that I sent to Trav. Him and Levante David bet a stack on who was going to close the Saints game out. And he went out there, and Levante was like, well, I guess I owe you a stack.
Wow.
Yeah, and what's funny is that remember we were telling you remember I was telling you about who was it? I'm sorry, was it Jamel Dean that jumped Rodgers
Yeah.
in the first game they played?
Yeah.
And he said that every time they line up a certain way, he knows what's gonna come.
Yep.
I saw an interview with Devin White, and he said that every time they line up Kamara, every time he sees Kamara come out of the backfield into a seam route. So basically, he's going to come out the backfield, go outside the tackle, go up the field. He said every time the Saints run that play, Drew Brees throws a football to him.
Wow.
So he knew exactly where the passing lane was going to be to get that ball.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, why y'all snitching these guys out? Don't expose these guys, these great quarterbacks. But, let them. They having fun, man. They having fun.
Yeah. But again, Vic, that goes to show what we're talking about this kid's ability to react, to read, react, and finish, to diagnose, process, and pursue. This dude is just tremendous on all the levels. So again, more to come tomorrow, live at 6:30 Eastern. Don't you forget it. Get notifications on. Be there. We want guests. Text me, text Germ, text Vic, put it in the group. We want guests for this show because it's going to be a game show. We're going to be participating with y'all, and there's going to be prizes.
Going to be a couple hours, y'all.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, we're going to show some plays. We're going to show some classic plays. It's just going to be a show to remember because we want to keep it light. We want to keep it fun. But we also want to get you informed on everything happening for this Super Bowl. So the Sunday show is going to be strictly about the game and the matchups. It's going to be views professional. Saturday night, live from wherever we decide to go from the undisclosed locations, it's going to be a party tomorrow night. Germ, closing thoughts about the game, about the show, about a key matchup maybe that you want to just keep circulating in people's minds leading up to this show.
I'll just get ready for tomorrow. We're gonna have some fun.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, I got the station set up. We got the platforms going. It's looking pretty good, y'all. Let's just keep on with the participation. Tell your friends if they're fans of football. Bring your family and your friends. Man, we're gonna make it a casual Saturday night with everybody in. Tell everybody come on, show up. Let's just have some fun.
Vic Jr., closing thoughts, maybe some comments before we go.
Nah, I mean, just, we got more to show. Next, we got 2 more to go. I didn't even know we was going to be that long and have trivia and everything. So I'm excited for that,
Absolutely.
Chilling. I might have a couple bags of popcorn then somewhere here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hey, listen, it's informal. So y'all show up with y'all popcorn.
Bring snacks.
Only thing I say is please don't show up on my live drunk because you will be kicked off. Just let me make sure I say that out loud. You show up on my live drunk, you will be kicked off. Thank you.
You can show up a little nice.
I said drunk.
But don't show up drunk because we're gonna cut you off.
Just
and
like
don't show. And even though it's informal, don't just come on there with 35 people in the background and you having conversations with them without putting yourself on mute while we in the middle of conversations on the live.
Yeah.
Etiquette, folks.
It's common sense.
We are still a professional channel here. Shout out to everybody, Trav and Tanya, enjoying the Animal Planet narratives. Trav says I'm bleeding in my chest. Tanya appreciating the jukebox Germ. I don't see any Facebook comments. Vic, do you?
They kind of slowed down. Tanya was still talking about the workout machine, and then Trav saying 43 was asleep. So it was, they haven't commented since that play with the Chiefs. So
we will catch y'all tomorrow. Mo Schefter, Germ So True, Vic Jr. Follow us on Twitter, scene_the, on Instagram, the.scene. Get us on the Facebook pages, the community page, the Facebook groups. We are also on Twitch, and all those links are on the Facebook community page. So make sure you follow us